Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully, this little microphone is working. I can never tell if they are or not. There's nothing, there's no graphs, there's no sound, waves that we can see below that tells us that our mics are working. It would really be nice if YouTube were to do something like that so we can know that our microphone's working or not working when we're trying to tell our stories or chat or share information. I wanted to say thank you mwah, 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 to all my new subscribers. Really, really appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me and hearing whatever mess of stuff I have to say. There's a ton out there, and I think I have like 300 and something videos out here. It's like mind-boggling. It doesn't seem like I was like even on here for maybe 10 days. But wow, a lot of videos. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to say thanks to you guys for being here. So thank you very much. My heart goes out to all of you. And, each person that subscribes lets me know that I actually have a voice, that people are actually hearing what I have to say. And I cannot even tell you how much that means to me. I cannot even tell you how much that means to me. As you'll notice, I'm not here for money. I just went into this thing last night. Was it super late, like always? No rest for the weary. Charge on. Crack on. Anyway, so I was listening to this younger YouTuber who was criticizing this woman that was on Dr. Phil's baloney garbage, whatever that thing show is, drama. Dr. Phil is a dork and he's a dweeb and he's totally the most drama queen guy I think I've ever seen, next to Jerry Springer. Drama queens, total drama queens. But it gets crowds to come and watch you for whatever garbage you're putting out there, right? Well, that's not my deal. And everybody that knows me, especially my family members, and people that are really close to me, like my two handsome, I call them my nephews, because their mom and their Uncle Tommy are like family to me. And so the two brilliant, super handsome, hunk young fella boys are my nephews in my heart and soul. And one of them I spoke to just the other day down at Mom's house, and Mom Smith's house. And boy, is he ever a smart cookie. He's directly involved with the COVID and the vaccines and all that stuff, trying to figure it out. And they're really making some great progress. And I just wanted to share that, give a shout out to him. And I can use his first name, I believe, because most people aren't going to figure out who he is, I don't think. But I'm going to use his first name, and his first name is Clyde. So there you go. All right, nephew, you go, big fella. So he was explaining some interesting scientific knowledge, how the virus is transferred between between people, where it came from, theory wise, and et cetera, et cetera. And the interesting thing for me in that discussion with him were twofold. Two things that we discussed. I posed a question to him about my worry, which is a combination of the African higher level virus, higher potency virus that seems to be escalating and infecting people at a much, much higher rate and speed. Worrying about that in Africa happening to connect with the Ebola virus, which in my brain says, wow, recipe for massive disaster. And so I'm really worried about it, and I'm not a chemist. I haven't studied the human anatomy, cell structure, the scientific points of that to the degree that somebody like my nephew Clyde has. He's really sharp. He really knows his stuff, and I'm really proud of him. Proud of his brother, his twin brother too, Chester. They're both such good kids. Just adore them both, and they're one hell of a good baseball players, both of them. So love them even more. Love them even more. Yeah, they're baseball sports boys all the way, and they're such gentlemen, and they're so handsome. I don't think they realize how handsome they are, but they're almost as handsome as I am, and that's really saying something. But boy, talk about package, the total package. Both of them boys are total packages. They're super handsome. They're super brilliant, smart. They're super athletic. They're gentlemen, like big time gentlemen. I mean, I just, if they were from my sister bloodline, in my bloodline, I would be so proud of them. And even though they're not my bloodline, my direct bloodline, I am as proud of them as I could possibly be, because I've watched them grow up. I've watched them with their behaviors towards their mother, who's like a sister to me, and their dad, who's a good guy. Love Chris too, fantastic guy. And Chris, is one of those guys, great wrestler, and he also gives you the real stuff, and you got to love anybody who gives you the real stuff. So these boys, they grew up and they learned to be gentlemen. They learned to be respectful to elders, and they're just top of the crop in my view. That's what I think about them both. They're just top of the crop, and I cannot be more proud of those two than I am. And I just love watching their lives progress, because they're just getting further and further and further in the achievement area and space of life. What is that noise? Oh, it's my alarm. Excuse me, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I imagine you can hear this pretty well. I want you to see what this says. Hopefully you can see it. "4:44 a.m. Shut that out. Oops, I hit snooze. Darn it. Oh well. 4:44 a.m. is when I was born. Isn't that cool? And it's interesting story, quick story, is that ever since I have been alive and I realized the sequence of numbers, that number 444 had always just it had a place with me. And close down. Wait. Close down. There. Had always had a place with me. And I didn't know why. I was just really fond of that number, 444. And as it turns out, when I was like 16 years old, I went into my mom's office, Miss Brilliant herself, and beautiful herself, went into her office, and I asked her, I said, hey Mom, can I talk with you for a minute? She said, sure. Sit down, honey. So I sat down and I said, Mom, I was curious, what time was I born? And she says, oh, well, 4:44 a.m. And I go, really? And she goes, yeah. And I go, oh my God. And she goes, what? And I go, oh, that number has always been in my mind and just has a really fond place that it sits in my heart and soul and spirit for some reason. 444. It's, you know, I love the 444 Marlin. You know, watch out. That's an elephant gun. So you see me like this, you don't want to do that. You want to get it on your hip, you know, in your groin area, your hip, you know, in the soft area there, next on the edge of your thigh, if you're going to shoot that baby, because let me tell you, that thing will break your collarbone. Worse than a double barrel shotgun twice with no recoil pad. Anyway, so back to the twins. Just cream of the crop, salt of the earth. They are just developing into greater and greater and greater human beings. And it's, for me, I just am stunned. I wish they were my sons, because they just remind me of me, actually, quite frankly. You know, Mr. Sports, Mr. Athletic, Mr. Can do anything and everything. I do have smarts once in a while. I know I don't have it very often, but I do have them once in a while. So I could might even tap into the word brilliant on occasion, if I really stretch it. But anyway, yeah, great kids. So what else did I want to say? Oh, you know, both of them, Chester and Clyde. Yeah, Chester's got my Forerunner. That made me really happy. It was like handing it off to one of my sons, you know, except they're my nephews. So it was just fantastic. It's in the family. It's the best Forerunner ever. I think it's the best ever, except for that. Sorry. I get a little animated sometimes, but it's like, for real. Really, you guys? You build this fantastic vehicle, and the thing will go anywhere, and it's just the best. But what do they put in that sucker for an engine? Oh, heavens. A Toyota 22RE. Okay, you know, there's lots of brag and talk about those engines, but it's the weakest. Oh my God, it's got nothing, no power. You know, you people that go up to Snoqualmie Pass, you know the pass, okay? I had to go in third gear. Third gear. Oh my God. Third gear. To be able to go up that hill all the way at 45 miles per hour or 40, whatever it was. And it just killed me, because I'm a racer. I'm a natural born racer. I have to be going faster. If I'm held back, you know, if I feel like I don't, I mean, when I'm going up a hill that's only a slight grade, but I'm going up a hill and a semi passes me, I'm pissed. I want to get out like the Flintstones and run. Gave it some running legs, you know. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's the only thing. But, you know, here's the trade-off. You know, I don't want to get a clipping 15-yard penalty. Anyway, so call on me here. So unsportsmanlike conduct, another 15 yards. So anyway, the handoff or the trade-off, whatever you want to call it, what makes it balance out is not only is it one beautiful rig inside and out, but, and boy, did I have nice tires on there and rims. Anyway, it gets great gas mileage, really great gas mileage. There's the trade-off. But now, if it was me, and I keep trying to get my nephew to do this, Chester. I keep trying to get him to get a 6-cylinder in that thing. It's driving me nuts. I wanted to do that. I swore, I promised it. And that's Little Red, by the way. That's the name of that particular vehicle of mine, Little Red. And I kept promising Little Red. You know, God, it was like every year. You know, I thought I might get a tax return if I was lucky. Nope. Denied. Nothing. So pay. You get to pay, buddy. You don't get a, get this. I'm disabled, right? I'm on a 39% below poverty level income. Calculate that out. All you got to do is go online, type in poverty level income for the United States of America, and then minus 39, 40%, and you'll have my monthly salary and see if you can live on that. Anyway, it doesn't fare us well. But anyway, it's like, oh my God. So every time I thought that I was going to somehow manage to maybe have a tax return, it never happened. It's zero, or I have to pay. I got an annuity from the death of my parents. Bless their hearts and souls. God, I miss them. Anyway, I got a annuity inheritance from them. And guess what? I had to pay taxes because of it. Seriously. I'm a poverty level income, 40%, okay? 39% below poverty level income. I get an annuity check, which is an inheritance of my parents, which is taxable. And so they tax me on it and I have to pay. And here's doofus Trump, supposed billionaire, who pays nothing, $750 on his billions of dollars of income, millions and billions. He pays $750 and I have to pay on a $12,000 annuity? Wow. And I'm 39% below poverty level. What that boils down to, folks, is $844 a month income. Okay, can you live on that? I seriously doubt. Wow, good sneeze. That was a good one. Wow, right on. Get that brain circulating. Anyway, Lord knows I need it. So anyway, what else did I want to say about my handsome, super brilliant, awesome nephews? Well, just they're great. They're great. And Clyde, as I was talking to him, explained some things to me about COVID, which I was really I found, okay, I got you now. I found really interesting. And just loved listening to him talk about it because he was so authoritative. He knows his stuff. Clearly knows his stuff. I'm looking at something that doesn't quite look right. I hope that it's okay. We'll find out, I suppose. I might have to put something back there to hold that back end up. Although it's holding it to the wall really well. As long as it's not pushing out away from the wall, we're good. Stacked a thing of shelves up on top of my my 3-foot wide file case cabinet. It's metal, really nice one. I love it. It's the long drawers, really long, and you can just slide them right out, slide them back in. It's metal. It looks kind of like one of those job site containers, that you can put your tools in and stuff. What do they call them? Knack containers. Anyway, the nephews, I'm just looking forward to their progressions in life. The next thing, they both, I was going to say, they both have gone to Boise College. Way to go, fellas. And Boise State. And they have both done stellar at their work. Clyde already graduated. Go. And Chester is about to graduate, and they're both going to be done. And Clyde was like instantly in an internship, do with scientific studies, biology, chemistry, anatomy, et cetera. I believe that he, as I recall, he wants to be a physical therapist for sports, physical medicine for sports athletes, which fits right up his sleeve because he's a great athlete. Both of them boys are, and their sister is too. And she's also another good person. She's just that family, Cheryl and Chris did a fantastic job raising those kids because they turned out really, really wonderful. All three of them. And Kareem, man, she's like moved away and she's working, super busy and just, top of the crop, that girl too. And so, yeah, they're just all really doing really great. You can't help but be proud of them, especially in this world, the way things are, it's really difficult. Anyway, so Clyde is like, I think that his plan, and he already has an in. I probably shouldn't say anything. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even say anything, but well, I'm just going to say it this way. He's got an in to working with some athletes that everybody's going to be envious of if he gets there. And I have a very strong feeling that he's going to be there. And I swear to God, we had better get season tickets. Clyde, we better get season tickets. All right? Don't leave me out. I'm your uncle. Don't leave me out. Man, can you imagine? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Can I imagine? Anyway, let's get into this. So I've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. And so I wanted to talk this. See, the first thing I got here is the COVID's path. Okay. Now, here's what I said. Okay, because my notes are my little outline notes that give me. I do these on a cue card so that you can see I've got a bunch to talk about there. But I do these little notes on a cue card so that I have an idea of what I was wanting to share and talk about. And once again, I wanted to say, make a mention to all of my subscribers. I love you guys. Mwah. Thanks so very much for being a part of this, because what you do is you cause me to feel like I actually have a voice, which is just gigantic for me. It's gigantic. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate you. Anyway, and as you all know, everything here is free. I don't ask you for money. I think I was like jokingly said something about that in the early days of this channel, but I'm not here for money. I just said that to a YouTuber that's like 48 million, followers or subscribers, and it's unreal. But she's one of these, acts like a teenager. She's in her 20s, acts like a teenager, but she does it in a way that she's like, how do I want to say this? Let's see, that she's very energetic. She's very loud. She's very boisterous. She's very choppy. She chops her editing of her videos. So it, but almost she'll get a sentence out and then you see a little click and it's another sentence and a click and another sentence and a click. It's this little, if you think about that, a click, right? So somebody clicks on her videos, click. Like it's almost like she's subliminally feeding the people that come in and they hear the click, they see her click, and in their brain they're going, I have to get more people here that they can see this. Click, almost hypnotizing them. How brilliant is that? Nothing like subliminal messaging. Anyway, so she mentioned on her talk, when she was talking about this other woman that was like 40 something years old who's acting like a teenager, totally. I mean, it was just, and she's really off the charts. I mean, her brain is, I think she needs to go and see somebody. She went and saw Dr. Phil, which is worthless, but she should have gone and seen somebody who's I want to say a real life therapist. Dr. Phil is not, from what I've seen, he's a drama queen. I've said that already. He's there all about the drama and promoting his wife's stuff, whatever she's doing, which you can't blame him for that. She's his wife, I mean, you can't blame the guy. But really, I mean, dude, the looks on your face and stuff, when you talk to people like you're all that and more, you're really not all that and more, Dr. Phil. You're really not. You're so full of yourself. Have you looked at Donald Trump? Because you guys are like mirrored images with your arrogance and your narcissistic behavior. Dude, you're a psychologist, PhD in psychology, right? You earned your physical doctorate in psychology. So I would think that you could look in the mirror and recognize, maybe you can't hear your own self speaking. Maybe you can't see your own self as you talk to people. You should have a mirror behind those people you're talking to. So as you're talking to them and you're giving them these looks in your face, total arrogance, holier than thou. When you do that, you should be able to see the look in your face in the mirror so you can correct that, wipe that stuff right off, because it doesn't belong, dude. When you're dealing with human beings, they're not just dollar signs, Dr. Phil. They're human beings. I wish you could realize that. You're a dork. You're a total dork in my book, okay? You are not smart. You're not brilliant like you think you are. You're not schooled like you think you are. You're a dork, a real dork. And you disgust me. I mean, I'm not going to pull any punches here. You disgust me. You really do. I don't like what you do. I think you're mocking people visually on, on a universal scale, podium, stage, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. And it's ugly. And I'm sure you boast about what you do all the time. I'm positive of it. And you know what? People who boast aren't it. They are not it, dude. They're not all that. If you got to boast about it, you got issues. All right? Just know that. Man, learn from your books, dude. You should have a psychologist that's not a friend of yours that you go and see because you need it. You really do. And anybody who's not telling you that is not your friend. They're not people who care about you, truly. And you know what? Look at me. I just gave you advice. Should I be charging you? Should I ask you to pay for this channel? Hell no. I don't care. I really don't care about money. I do not care about it. I need it? Yes. I'm in worse position financially than anybody I know. But you know what? I'm still a good guy. I'm 100% who I am, no matter where I am, no matter how whatever the situation is. I'm always me. I've been super rich. I've been super poor. I've been in the middle. I've been upper class, lower class, medium class. I've walked through some of the most wicked gang cribs, they call them, okay? Areas that gangs live in, like Chicano Park in San Diego, California. Walked right through there. LA, walked right through where the Crips and the Bloods and the Pyrus are all hanging out and stuff, okay? Walked with the Hells Angels, who one of them was one of my uncles. They called him Moon. And he was really great friends with Crunch Ranzuli, who's the leader, the president of the Hells Angels, California chapter. Okay. Knew those guys. And you know what? I'm going to say this very, 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 very clearly. Because of who I am and how I am as a human being, I try to model myself as close to Jesus Christ as I can. And what I mean by that is being a loving, caring, genuine, honest, straightforward human being. I give people the real stuff. I don't charge them for it. I just give, okay? I give. I give the best of me to everybody. Ask Clyde. Ask Chester. They've seen what I do. They've seen what I do up at their Uncle Tommy's place and and their mom Cheryl's place. They see what I do down for mom and pop, down on the west side. All right? They see me. They've talked to me. They know I'm a good guy. They know I'm a great guy. But they know I'm very loving, caring, kind, considerate, thoughtful, and gentlemanly. And also, I am a knight. And you know what? I will say this about my two nephews just right now, because I said that, use that word. People know me very well. Those who do know of my Twitter handle, which is spelled correctly, Knight, like a Knights Templar, Knight of the 21st. All one word. Night of the 21st. And what that means is I am a knight of the 21st century, and you better damn well believe I am. And I'll stand my ground, and I will stand for you, and I will die for you, trying to save you or protect you or whatever it is. I'm that guy. I will rescue you. I will do what I can for humanity. I am all about for everyone. And the beautiful part of that is my middle name, Nicholas. I have a very long name, and there's two names, Kip and Nicholas. Those are the two of my middle names that I use most frequently. So most people know me by those names. They don't know me by my first proper name, and they don't know me by my other two middle names, which are Abel and Joseph. Okay. So anyway, once a night, always a night. And so I created this Night of the 21st. I should have that as plural because I don't want to say I crowned anybody, but I welcomed and I spy knights, knightly types. Okay. And Clyde and Chester absolutely have knightly qualities about them. They very much do. And at some point, I'm going to see that shield right there, this coat of arms and a shield. My uncle made that. It's made out of metal, titanium metal. And he did a beautiful job on that. Right next to that is our family sword, which is the sword of King Charlemagne, which is my direct descent. I'm his direct descendant bloodline, and also direct descendant of bloodline of William the Conqueror. So I've got some big time kings and knights in my family history bloodline, and the blood doesn't get any bluer. Anyway, I'm thinking about creating a shield that is a coat of arms like this, that is just for us Knights of the 21st. And I will have them made into patches once I design them and create them. I'll have them made into patches, and maybe a hat with a patch right here. Okay. Or a patch to the right side, which is a sign of noble. Okay. To the right is noble. To the left is not. One, you're genuine. The other, you're bought. Figure that little riddle out. So anyway, I'm thinking about doing that. And then when I come across people that I really recognize as knights, people who are here and example what's good and right and true, being gentlemen, being thoughtful, being caring, loving, about our world, our people, our animals, our planet, the insects, the trees, everything, the fish, and the universe above us, all the stars in the heavens, and as far as the universe goes, which is never ending. I can assure you of that. And God and Son. Okay? All those things. You meet those criteria, let me know. Happy to meet you. Let me know. But I see that wonderful, wondrous quality in my two nephews. So they're twins, by the way. So you get double the handsomeness all in one. So let's see here. And the brilliance at the same time. So let's see. We're talking about COVID's path. Since day one, ignorance kills us. That's the truth. Ignorance of the virus is what's killed us and what is killing us. Every single person that dies is a result of ignorance. And I don't know if I want to say arrogance, but to some degree, I want to say arrogance because the X was, the X in charge of our United States of America. Thank God he's out of office now. Oh, I'm so thankful. Oh my God, I'm so thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, filled with arrogance, that one, and narcissistic behaviors. But he played it down. He played the virus as if it was nothing. No worries. It'll just disappear. It's just going to fade away. And next thing you know, it'll be gone and da-da-da-da will be perfect. Guess what? Even with the vaccines, I just listened to Dr. Fauci and some other medical personnel on the television talking about what's up for our future with the COVID and vaccines. Now, my nephew could probably make light of this and bring us more depth, much more depth into this. But on the surface, what I'm hearing and what I was afraid of was that the virus is not a cure-all and that the virus is instead like a vaccine that you get for the flu, which means that it just stays it off, basically. But you have to keep getting flu shots, which means you'll have to keep getting virus shots, which means that it's another cash cow for the medical industry, which makes me sick to my stomach. There's a lot of reasons that I have sickness to my stomach. Okay? Big pharma. Oh, look, here's another way for us to get money. Oh, look, everybody has diabetes, so everybody has to be treated with our medicines. So now we make bank. Well, they're going to be lucky if I don't come up with being the inventor that I am. They're going to be lucky if I don't decide to create and figure out something that will remedy diabetes and other diseases and won't cost people a frickin' fortune. Hell, I might even hand it out for free, knowing me. You'd never know. Trust me, the people that know me would not be surprised if I did that. The question is, can I manufacture it? And can I afford to manufacture it and hand it out for free? Well, who knows? Maybe I don't even know how people make money off these channels, but maybe this thing will somehow make money, and maybe it'll make so much money that I could do something like that. I'll put my nephew to work on it. Say, Clyde, I need you. I need you to figure this out, and let's make a medicine that people can get for their diabetes or whatever that actually kills it and puts it gone bye-bye. Let's do that. Let's figure out the real cures. I could do it. If I was in the medical field, I could do it. A lot of people that I'm quite fond of call me Prof, short for professor. It just cracks me up when they do that. Okay, Prof. Yes, sir, Prof. Anything you say, Prof. It's always you, Prof. You always have the answers. That's why I come to you, Prof. Thanks, Prof. Mwah, on the cheek and a hug. Gotta love them. Anyway, so back to the COVID. Like I said, I got so many things to share, and I'm already 38 minutes. Oh my God. Where does time go? Oh, I've got to cut these down, man. I want these things down around 15 minutes max. Oi, got to get moving. I got to stay focused on each little thing that I want to cover. So the COVID path, right? Since day one, ignorance. Ignorance is killing us. We cannot be ignorant. We've got to stop being ignorant. We'll talk more about that later. But here we go. Got lots of stuff to go over. So hopefully you, whatever I say makes some sort of sense, connects with you on some level, because it's all about connecting, isn't it? And you know what? Anytime you guys want to leave a message in the deal there, I'm not real savvy with this whole thing, but that's why I don't know anything about making money off this thing either. I have no idea how that works. So whatever, I'm not here for making money. But if people want to throw money at me, they can do that. They're welcome to do that. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I'll get out of here and get to the next one and try to focus a little bit more intensely so that we can zero in on stuff and move along through all of these as quickly as possible. Don't want to be here all day long, and my voice is definitely going to need some water and stuff with some lemon juice. I think is what I'll get. Okay, guys. Well, here it is from me to you. What I always say: stay safe, stay wise, wise, wise. Stay very, very wise, and thus stay well. You will if you stay wise. You will stay well if you stay wise. Okay. I love you. I adore you. I cherish you. I treasure you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Always in threes. Don't forget that. Always in threes. And when you hug, hug like you mean it. Okay. Hug like you mean it. Don't forget to hug like you mean it. All right. So be good out there. Be good human beings just because you can. Just because you can. We all have to make a choice. If you choose to be a good human being, you will be a good human being. And hopefully you'll infect the world with that love. Spread the love. Spread the goodness. Spread the healing. Spread the success-driven society that we should be. Okay? And what I mean by that is help each other reach success together. Help each other succeed. Don't push each other down. Lift each other up, okay? Lift each other up, man. Spend your time lifting up others, not pushing them down, making them look small so that you can look big. Don't do that. Make them look big, which makes you look bigger because you put them before you, right? That's what Jesus always did. And that's how I am. That's what I do. I put everybody before me. I carry the weight of the entire universe, our world included, on my shoulders. And my very closest friends know that as fact. But that's my choice. I mean, I don't have to do that, but I care that much and my heart is that big. So, I mean, I'm always arguing with God who has the bigger heart, me or him. I totally do. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. But it's close. It's gigantic. I mean, it's close. All right. Well, anyways, that's it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video, which is going to be about the stimulus. How about them apples? Huh? How do you like them apples? Well, there you have it. We'll talk to you later. Mwah. Stay good out there. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.